I've cracked the code when it comes to creating great looking YouTube thumbnails with AI. We're doing this with Google's Gemini Nano Banana Pro using the Gemini 3 Pro model. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to steal like an artist and take inspiration from high performing thumbnails that you already see on YouTube, reverse engineer them, and then make them your own. Hey, I'm Craig Hewitt. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I talk all about AI, content creation, and running a business better, faster, and more profitable with AI. If it's your first time here, would love a like, smash the bell, subscribe so you get more great content every time I publish. Okay, let's just dive in. I want to show you 3 viral, high-performing YouTube thumbnails from YouTube that I recreated for myself in my style with Nano Banana and Google Gemini. Okay, so the first one is here. So you have a man kind of giving a chef's kiss with text that says perfect UI and 3 kind of window panes, I would call them, of great looking web UI. This is really nice. It has cinematic lighting on the side. It has like a dark background and has obviously the guy here. Okay, so what I did is I have 2 different Gemini tabs for each of these. I load in the image, I just copy and paste it in, and then I say reverse engineer this YouTube thumbnail. Create structured XML prompt in the following schema. And this is what's really important, is we're not just saying like, hey, recreate this image with my face on it. We're saying, hey, this is exactly these are the elements, these are how they look, this is how they're structured, this is kind of the composition of this image. And so I want you first to recreate it and break this down and reverse engineer it. And then we're gonna build it again with our own inputs, okay? And the prompt has things like a scene. So what's going on in this scene? Resolution, aspect ratio. In the original version of Nano Banana, this was the big problem, is you couldn't easily create 16 by 9 or rectangular, like 1080p kind of images. But with Nano Banana Pro, you can. Style, so like photorealistic, minimalist, hand-drawn illustration. Like what is the style like in kind of words here? And then elements, right? We're gonna put text on the image because in creating a YouTube thumbnail, this is really important. In the first piece of text, what's the text? Where is it gonna go? What's the position? What's the font style? What language is it written in? And then down here, let's talk about the images that are going in this image, right? And so in this image, we have like what? We have the guy, we have these 3 window panes of like web design. And so it's gonna break that down and create that. And then like, where is this being filmed from? What's the perspective? So the camera angle, the focal length, the depth of field, and then lighting, right? This guy is kind of cinematically lit from the side and behind him here. You can see this kind of shadowing here. And that's really important. So we wanna make sure we capture that. And so just said, hey, like fill in the blanks here with the image that I gave you. And it did. It says the scene is a medium shot of a Caucasian male, short brown hair, a mustache, and a beard, wearing a black t-shirt, high quality YouTube thumbnail, 16 by 9, 4K resolution. The text is perfect UI at the bottom right, bold, condensed sans-serif with a light white text with slight grunge texture. Right, so it went ahead and it reverse engineered that image into the prompt and the prompt structure of the XML that we asked it for. And so it did this, and I said, cool. Okay, so then I copied this, went to another Gemini prompt. I did it in another window so that you could see. Oh, I just gave away. And I just pasted it in, and then I pasted an image of myself. And very important, this is a square image. And before, this would have totally have broken Nano Banana Original. With Nano Banana Pro, it's able to take this, remove my likeness really, the background, and insert me into the image. And so I just copy and pasted this directly. But for you, you might want to say, hey, I want to tweak this a little bit. Like maybe I don't want a mustache, right? Or maybe I don't want a black shirt. Or maybe down here too, like the words that they use, maybe you don't want, beautiful design. Maybe you want a different kind of lighting, right? But the idea is like it gave you the structure of exactly what that reference image was, and you can tweak it from there. And this is what it came up with. And I think this is freaking great. I would be very proud to publish this on my YouTube channel. So it gives me giving a chef's kiss here. It has the 3 window panes of UI. It has the perfect UI with the kind of text box here. Like this is a really good image. It does have the watermark, and there's 2 ways I think you can get around the watermark here. One is you could have in the prompt to say like, hey, kind of only use the top left 85% of the image. Just take all of this and squish it up here. And then you could take and download this image, put it into Canva, and then just stretch it to where the watermark here is outside the view. And that would essentially crop it. That's one way. You can also pay for Google AI Ultra, which is about $120 a month, and it will remove this for you. So 120 bucks a month, expensive. Compared to hiring a graphic designer, if you're shooting multiple YouTube videos a week, 120 bucks is really cheap. So kind of just like whichever you want. I've not found a better way to remove the watermark here. If you have, drop a comment in below and tell us all how to do it, because this is definitely going to be here. I guess the other one is like, just publish it, right? Like, who really cares if this is here? Everyone knows that everything is AI these days. Is this really a big deal if your YouTube thumbnail has, a Nano banana watermark? I don't think so. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this is Tom Bilyeu. I don't know, like what a pretty big YouTuber. And this is the image that we wanted to recreate. This is talking about like the housing crash that's always imminent. And so we did the same thing, right? Loaded up the image, reverse engineer this. It gives us this. I break this down and put it over here, upload a different image of myself. It did slightly worse here. This is the image that it gives. So if I compare this to the reference image, I don't love the outlining that it gave me. I would like it to be bigger. And I asked it to kind of zoom in on me, make me bigger. It had a hard time with that, but I think really everything else about this is pretty good. It gave the numbers and the graphs and the words all pretty correctly. Like, would I be happy with publishing this? Like, I don't have glasses, so but that's where like I didn't amend this like black rectangular glasses because that's just what Tom has and I don't. So I should have taken this out, but just for illustrative purposes, I left it in. One thing that's interesting is Nano Banana has always kind of been like a one-shot thing. Like, if it's not right, you're just better off like closing the tab and starting over with the same prompt. Like, amend the prompt a little bit, because coming here and iterating on it, I typically find it doesn't do great. So I told it, hey, zoom in on me. Remove the white outline of the man, remove the glasses, zoom in on his face, cut off at shoulder level. And it gave me this, which is obviously worse. And so I put the guy back, right, zoom in, and it just gets stuck. It just doesn't do a good job. But like, to me, this is like a B, maybe. This first one is like, this is really good. I'd be super happy to publish this. This is like an A. The third image is from Callaway. If you guys don't follow Callaway, he's top notch. This is one of his from just today. So talking about like, hey, this is the old phase of content in social media. And then this is the new phase. This is a classic before and after YouTube thumbnail kind of template. And this is just Callaway's face here. And so I did the exact same thing and just said, hey, this is the image, reverse engineer this, put it into XML. It did. It gave me all of this stuff. I copy that, put it over here with the same image of me, which is just me in this old room. The walls used to be black. And I just copy and pasted this image just exactly the same. The one thing I will mention that I always changed was in the image reference, I put the name of the image here. And I think this is important. So this is the name of this file on my computer that I uploaded. I think this is important. And then this is what it gave me. Like, that's incredible. This is really good. Phase 1, phase 2, these images, and then it's happening. This looks almost exactly like this, right? This is pretty incredible. Like, would I be happy to publish this YouTube thumbnail? You're damn right. I would be super happy to publish this YouTube thumbnail. I recently put out like a job listing to hire a thumbnail editor, and they were like $100 a video is what I was going to pay. And this is like overseas. This is 5 minutes of work maybe. And so you can imagine you get a bunch of examples like these. Like, this is a classic before and after. This is a classic, A and then B kind of, right? And so you can just imagine if you're in the YouTube space, all these patterns. And you can imagine you just have this templated, structured prompt, and you just come in and fill in the blanks a little bit. You could even say, this is This is kind of the base prompt that I'll end up having. You could imagine just saying like, hey, you could just describe, you could talk into your computer, describe an image that you want, and then say, okay, take the description that I just gave you and fill in the blanks here. So instead of recreating an existing thumbnail, you give the description of what you want that image to be like, and it fills in the blanks, and it does this here. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I hope this is helpful in showing you how I'm looking at using Google Gemini, Nano Banana Pro, and the Gemini 3 Pro model to create great looking YouTube thumbnails and really borrowing what I know is already working, which like you might say, oh, Craig, like you gotta be original. No, like you need to borrow what's already working, adapt it to be your own style, and move on with your life. Because like starting from scratch and being like original and creative largely is a waste of time for us kind of smaller creators. And so I just encourage you to like look at what's already working and see how you can adapt it to your own space. If you want to learn more about like how to really go deep with all of this AI stuff, there's a link in the description below for a 30-day crash course that can really take you from like AI newbie to power user and things like this. Entirely free, link in the description below.